Easiest countries to get citizenship in the world today. The world is unstable right now. We understand. Making sure that you have options open to you and your family makes perfect sense, and is a smart move. Indeed, a second passport is an excellent way to future-proof your life. It does make sense to look at the easiest countries to get citizenship as a starting point. So, here they are, including those nationalities you can get today without having to even get on an airplane. Just remember though, the easiest country for you to get citizenship may be difficult for someone else. Types of citizenship. There are 4 main pathways to citizenship. Each country has its own mix of these options with specific requirements. In the sections below we'll explore your easiest country for each. 1. Citizenship by birthplace. This is the nationality of the country in which you are born. 2. Citizenship by descent. You can inherit nationality. Most commonly, this is from your parents, but it can be from ancestors hundreds of years ago. 3. Citizenship by naturalization. If you live in a country for a time, you can be accepted as a citizen. This includes citizenship by marriage, as there is often a fast track to taking your spouse's nationality. 4. Citizenship by investment. Countries can grant nationality to people who contribute to their economies by investment or donation. Easy countries for citizenship by birthplace. Gives anyone born in the country the right to citizenship. This is also sometimes called birthright citizenship. This law is most common in the Americas, with no European country offering unrestricted. To claim this, all you need is to have been born in a country that uses this pathway. It doesn't matter why your parents were there, or what their immigration status was. Children of diplomats or occupying forces are the only people not eligible. Some notable examples of easy Jew-solely nationality countries include Argentina, Barbados, Canada, Fiji, Jamaica, Mexico, Panama, St. Kitts and Nevis, the United States of America, USA, Uruguay. Easy countries for citizenship by descent. Your bloodline is crucial to many countries. Jus sanguinis is the right of blood, and you can reach right back into history with this rule. Here are some of the easiest countries to get citizenship by descent. Ireland. Ireland lets you go back up to 3 generations. So, if you have a great-grandparent of either gender, you could get Irish nationality. This generous provision means there are now twice as many Irish citizens abroad as in Ireland. While the joke that a sip of Guinness qualifies is not true, many still can become Irish through ancestry. You can get citizenship if your grandparent was born in Ireland. This entitlement is not affected by when or where you were born. You can also get citizenship through a great-grandparent. You and your parent must be registered on the Foreign Births Registry. This entitlement is also not affected by where you were born. To become an Irish citizen from your great-grandparent, your parent, who is of Irish descent, must have registered in the Irish Foreign Births Register between the years 1956 and 1986, or if you were born after 1986 they need to have registered before you were born. As a European Union country, Ireland can be an easy way to get EU citizenship for those lucky enough. Italy. Italy has a welcoming view of citizenship through descent. If you have some Italian heritage, you may well be eligible for citizenship. On March 17, 1861, Italy took the first steps towards becoming the country we know today. For citizenship, you need to have an ancestor who was an Italian citizen at that time or born in Italy after then. There is a restriction as the lineage must be unbroken. So, no ancestor can't revoke their Italian nationality or become a citizen of another country before their next in line was born. To illustrate, here are 2 scenarios. Your Italian ancestor moved to Argentina in 1890. While still an Italian citizen, they had a child that took Argentinian nationality. You are descended from the child born in Argentina. In this case, you can apply for Italian citizenship. The same scenario, but the ancestor who immigrated took Argentinian nationality and revoked their Italian citizenship when they arrived. They then had their child. In this case, you would not be eligible. Poland. Poland has a similar rule to Italy, but their citizenship by descent rule goes back to 1920, just after independence in 1918. So, you'll need an ancestor who was born in Poland after 1900, so they were still a minor when the law was passed. Your claim is based on any ancestor having lived in Poland as a Polish citizen after that time. You can claim citizenship if you have an ancestor who meets those criteria. Poland only recognizes you if your Polish nationality was passed on unbroken. So, suppose any of your ancestors revoked their Polish citizenship before the birth of the next generation. In that case, you will not be eligible. Hungary. A new Hungarian nationality law was passed in 2011. If you have family that meet the requirements, you may be eligible for citizenship. The law covers descendants of anyone who was a Hungarian citizen before 1920 or between 1941 and 1945. This includes areas that used to be part of Hungary but are now parts of neighboring countries such as Slovakia and Romania. And there is no restriction on how far back you can go. As long as you can show an unbroken, qualifying link, you may be eligible. Other countries that offer some form of ancestry program. Here are some other countries that offer citizenship by descent programs that go beyond your parents. Armenia, Germany, Greece, Israel, Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Portugal, Romania, Spain, United Kingdom. Descendants of those persecuted. Several European countries offer citizenship to descendants of victims of state persecution. Examples of this include Portugal Sephardic Jewish citizenship. If you can show you are a descendant from the Sephardic Jewish community, you may be eligible for Portuguese citizenship. This community was persecuted and expelled from the Iberian Peninsula around 1492. German and Austrian citizenship for Nazi victims. Descendants of those persecuted for political, racial, sexual orientation or religious grounds during the Nazi dictatorship may be eligible for German or Austrian citizenship. Israel's law of return. Many people can be eligible for Israeli nationality through the law of return. It is not just a citizenship by descent program, it has a broader scope. To qualify, you must be one of the following. Descended from a Jewish citizen. Married to someone eligible under the law of return, including same-sex partnerships. A practicing Jew, including converts from another religion. For those who qualify, you must intend to settle in Israel. You'll need to live in Israel for 3 months before you get citizenship and a year before you get a passport.